besties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And so today I'm not sitting down, and the reason for that is it is currently half 12 at night, midnight, and I really liked my outfit. And because I can't go out these days, you know, like, we're staying inside, we're in another lockdown which has now been extended until the end of April. Can I please let that be known? I really wanted to dress up today and I had no one to show it to, so I wanted to show it to the besties. So I really love these trousers, I just got them, I really love this shirt, I love the vibe of this outfit, and yeah, I'm standing up because I want you to see my outfit and I don't want this to go to a waste, because honestly, I'm not seeing anyone except for the besties, and I genuinely mean that. So, I know it's hard to believe that an influencer is not meeting up with just 10 plus people every single day and going to parties and, you know, fucking blaming it on that they need to see them for their mental health, but we exist. Hello. Whew. So, today I want to talk about something that I was scrolling through YouTube, and YouTube are starting to recommend Shane Dawson videos again, which is an interesting approach, but obviously Shane is one of the biggest YouTubers ever, point blank period, so of course they're going to keep recommending his content. We now know that he is being remonetized. He was briefly demonetized over summer because of the controversy and stuff. YouTube normally don't like to act whenever there's big pressure put on them. Normally they'll just let the community sort it out, which is good in some cases, but whenever like they actually need to be held accountable, they kind of just go quiet. However, in this case with Shane, they did act in summer. Now, it's a conversation of content that they allowed for years and years and years, but because of like the news sources coming to them and stuff, they demonetized Shane. Now, back whenever it happened, we covered it on my channel and people were like, I'm going somewhere with this, by the way. People were like, oh my god, Shane is gonna be off the platform, you know, YouTube aren't monetizing him, like, why would he upload YouTube videos if, you know, he's not gonna be able to make money off them? I said back then that YouTube are going to remonetize Shane. Now, the full thing with commentary drama journalists isn't to necessarily tell you who you can and can't like. Like, if you're that easy, I don't mean to be a bitch, but if you come to a drama channel video and you're like, you're so mean, you're so negative, you make me hate these people, I'm pretty sure 99% of the people who watch drama, journalists, commentary, whatever, have their own opinion of these people and are not so easily swayed like sheep, you know, to do all this. Like, we saw the stuff that came out against Shane this summer, we saw the stuff about Jeffrey, and we make our own opinions based on it, and you can have an opinion and watch a drama channel who has a different opinion. It's not the responsibility of the drama channel, the journalist, the commentary channel, or whatever, to change your mind or, you know, force you to do something. We kind of just put information out there, we say our own opinions, and it kind of just goes like that. So with Shane in the moment, people were celebrating and being like, he won't be back on the platform. I was like, besties, or well, I didn't call you besties back then. I was like, Trishy Fishies, I think. No, my little monsters. I said, you know, Shane will be back, YouTube will remonetize him, and we've seen this before. YouTube have demonetized many YouTubers and remonetized them again. PewDiePie, for example, controversy, demonetize, and then remonetize. It's, from a business standpoint, YouTube will make a lot of money monetizing Shane's content over demonetizing him. So if they demonetize him over summer and then, you know, they're monetizing him again, they're pushing his content again. So both parties are making money, which explains why Shane will be coming back to YouTube, because he's making money again, okay? So, basically, the little tangent explains that I was scrolling through YouTube and a video by Shane got recommended to me. And it was basically, Shane and Jeffrey switching lives. And I was like, okay, I've watched this whenever it came out. And I rewatched it, and I was like, oh, like, we're seeing these, you know, collabs with Jeffrey and Shane in, like, the series and stuff, and we're like, oh, that did not age well, like, them hinting at the Taddy drama, or the James drama, or whatever like that. This one particularly did not age well because, along with all the disgusting content from both parties here, one thing that Shane in particular was getting called out for was his kind of facade that he had. That he was that, you know, this depressed, I'm I have nothing, please watch my videos, please buy my merch so that I can afford dinner tonight, that kind of Shane Dawson. And as the years went on, people realized that, oh, first of all, this 30-something-year-old man is not my friend. This 30-year-old man is not relatable to me at all. We do not live the same life. He lives in a multi-million-dollar house that he's already paid off, allegedly. You know, he has a very lavish life. And one thing that I just want to say before I get into it is people believe this Shane is thing, okay? But at the same time, Shane was on a series with Jeffree Star saying about how he closed a $20 million deal. And y'all were just like, okay. It's a bit weird because no per person, like Shane is telling us, would be like, just closed a $20 million deal and that's on period. You know what I mean? So that's something to take into consideration. So I watched this video and it was them switching lives in preparation for this series that they did on Shane's channel. The first one that tried to like humanize Jeffree Star, which is a big task. But Shane was able to do it, so all credit to him. Now, people bring up that series all the time, that it was kind of Shane and Jeffree, and, you know, Trisha's brought this point up, that they worked together to clear Jeffree's name so that Jeffree and Shane could then come together and release a makeup palette, and with Jeffree's, you know, expertise in making makeup and Shane's popularity, if they put them together, then you're gonna get a sellout product, which is what they did. So Shane being able to fix Jeffree's image, which was not good at the time, and basically make Jeffree seem like this, you know, per, and I mean per as in money, but per is also an, oh, little per man, that people felt sorry for him. It was like, oh, he has such a hard life and all. Even though, you know, Jeffree is the problem, allegedly, we were being told that Jeffree wasn't the problem by Shane, and we were getting told, you know, the sob story and sad music, and, you know, this intense, in my opinion, like a manipulative narrative, which, again, if you want to call it documentary making, is not the most bizarre concept, but whenever it's to get the aim of you making more money, that's exploitative over manipulative, in my opinion at least. So he did that first series with Jeffree, and then he did the second one because he was able to do the second one as in making the makeup product because people liked them both again. You know, it worked on me, it probably worked on you, and if it didn't, ahead of your time, bestie. But even in the moment, like, there were drama channels calling out that the series with Shane seemed manipulative. You know, the, making the makeup one. And even I called it out. Like, even me! I said as well that, you know, like, they're just doing this, like, however many part, exploiting the drama, they're doing this so they can then do a makeup product that people feel involved in the process with. And that's the full thing. These little tweens and teens felt like they made the makeup palette whenever they didn't have any input whatsoever. They literally were on a journey in these long fucking unedited vlogs by Shane, like so long that people were calling them documentaries. Like, they were watching them and then felt involved as if they almost made a makeup palette and that they'll be missing out, you know, without buying it, which is a genius manipulative tactic to get however many sales, and they bragged about the sales. But then Trisha came out and said that they lied about the sales and they didn't sell as much as they said they did. I'm sure they sold way more than they needed to. So I was watching this initial video, and it was basically them switching lives and living as each other, and I was like, okay, interesting concept. So Shane said that he was going to be finally living a rich person's life. I nearly just kicked over a glass, being dramatic. Shane Dawson, wholeheartedly, in this fucking video with Jeffree, was like, finally, I'll get to live a rich person's life for the day. I'll get to have money. I'll get to, you know, not be per. And I'm watching this and I'm like, okay, first of all, this didn't age well, but second of all, like, even back then, millions upon millions of views, like, people are not dumb. They realize that YouTubers make money, and YouTubers make a lot of money, especially when you're getting millions upon millions. So, for Shane to come on and be like, finally, like, oh my god, I'll have money, and I'll not have to buy at Walmart, and like this. And then, so Jeffree's full thing was that Jeffree will live the life of a per person who, like, shops at Walmart, and all. First of all, I had a really big issue watching this video because it just felt like shaming the entire time. Like, they were building a concept of a video off of rich versus per, and the per side of things was Shane being like, oh my god, we're gonna have to take you to Walmart, we're gonna have to take you to Target, you're gonna have to not wear like Chanel and Dior and Gucci and Louis Vuitton, like all this bullshit. And it's like, from a viewer's standpoint, how are we supposed to react to that? Are we supposed to be like, this is so relatable? No. And I don't know why we did back then. And so, going back to Shane saying that he will, you know, get to live the life of a rich person, it's just very strange to me because all it takes is me looking up online right now, Shane Dawson net worth. Now, I want to say something about net worth because it's not always accurate. However, the net worth of Shane Dawson in 2021 is approximately $12 to $13 million, allegedly. With someone who has like $1 million house and all like this, and made like a $20 million deal on the Jeffree series, allegedly, are we supposed to believe that this man wholeheartedly was like, oh my god, I'll finally be able to live the life of a rich person the same year he paid off for his $1 million house. Millions, probably. I don't know that. I'm not one of those people who are like, look at this YouTuber's house. Y'all did it with Trisha Paytas, and I thought you were weird. You know what I mean? With Jeffree, it's expected now. Jeffree's personality trait is, oh my god, I have so much money. And we know that Jeffree has a lot of money. But Shane's is, oh my god, I'm so poor. I have no money. I need money for my subscribers. And we're like... And in a part of the video, Jeffree whips out a bunch of money, and Shane and Ryland are, well, for Ryland, it's completely understandable, because we know that little lapdog Ryland just eats up any kind of money. No shade. But with Shane, it's like Shane has that money on his person. So why was he, like, Jeffree, like this dramatic ass thing? Because in a video, it's not even funny watching back. And now, I don't know if my humor has just changed, but like reading through the comments, everyone's like, we find this funny. Like, we let these 30-year-old men get away with this. And so I tweeted this out, and I got a couple of responses to it, and I just want to, like, read through it, because it's so weird to think that at a stage on the internet, this was the most popular content, you know what I mean? So I tweeted, and it got like 600 likes, so a lot of people were interested in it. I said, who remembers when Shane and Jeffree did a video where Jeffree had to live poor for the day to be Shane Dawson, and as a challenge, Shane had to live as a rich person, ... and we just let them do it. So, Spillsesh responded to the tweet. Love you, by the way. Shane said he was poor so many times in that video, and it was the exact same year that he paid off his current multi-million-dollar home. And so, someone responded and said, Shane is an empath, you're forgetting. He plays poor so he, you know, can relate to us. You know, because he's an empath. And I don't know if it just... is that, like, I don't know if this full thing by Shane and Jeffree was, you know, Shane's full act about being an empath, okay, like, we've trolled the fuck out of that. It's dumb. We get it. But if we look a little bit further into it, do we believe that Shane was doing this, I'm poor, I need my subscribers' money, to be more of, like, relatable to his audience? And, just, I'm processing that. Process that sentence. Shane Dawson was pretending to be poor so that he could be relatable. What rich person pretends to be poor so that he can get more money? That's not normal. And so the Shane fans were defending this video, basically like, you don't know his financial situation, you don't know how much money he has in his bank. This is your defense? Like, they can't defend him on a personal level anymore, because they know that this was dumb, you know what I mean? They know that this was stupid, they know that he shouldn't have been doing this. So, their way of backing Shane up is actually believing that he's poor. How did that, like, go down on the internet? Aside from the poor shaming in that video about using Walmart and trying to be relatable and Target and all these cheap products and stuff that most of us buy, I'm so sorry. I do not get my paycheck and be like, oh, I need to go to Gucci, I need to go to Chanel, I need to go to Dior, I need to go to Louis Vuitton, spend all my money immediately. Bitch, I go to the fucking pawn shop. I go to Tesco's. My money lasts me a lot longer. You know why? Because as a normal person, I spend money as a normal person does. And I'm sure you do as well. And so, looking back, not only is it a big slap in the face that someone is pretending to, like, do a personality trait as a poor person whenever this is what people struggle with. People literally struggle with what he is pretending to be so that he can make more money. Someone who's not financially stable does not pretend to be rich to be even more financially unstable. And you're probably like, what? And I'm like, what? Because that's what Shane's doing. Shane is rich pretending to be poor so that he makes more money. So, it works any other way, and it's not okay, and I don't think it's funny, and And I think, yeah, it aged horribly, and I think all the collabs from this time aged horribly, but it's like, we're aware that moving forward, these people still want to work together, and hey, that's fine. Shane and Jeffree, eat your heart out. Make all the videos you want to, right? We'll have content to talk about. But all I'm saying is, moving forward, can we please be a little bit more cautious to not, like, if you want to say you're an empath and you fully believe that, Shane, like, fine. Go for it. Again, eat your heart out. But let's not continue with this purr narrative. And, you know, I'm so depressed and purr. Please buy my merchandise, but only if you want to. Which bitch, this is how we know there's been no growth. He did that last month. He did that last month. I know people, like, care about sales and all. I don't want anyone to buy my stuff, but maybe if you want to, like, it would make me really happy. But don't feel like, this narrative, he's doing well on a break for being cancelled. Which shows that they haven't learned, but hey, moving forward, can we stop normalizing this within the community? And whenever I tweeted this, I got a bunch of DMs from people, and they were like, oh my god, I'm so happy you're talking about this, because videos like that really affected me in the moment, and I spoke up about it and got really hated on. And so I was messaging back and forth with these people, and I was like, first of all, I'm really sorry that you trying to speak out about someone, like, using your financial situation as a ploy to get more money, that sentence is so wild to me. But anyway, I was just talking back and forth with them, and they were basically saying that they voiced their concerns with Shane using these kind of, you know, tactics to make more money, and how it was really upsetting to them as fans of Shane. So, like, even fans of like, are you telling me that every single Shane Dawson fan is rich? All, like, 22 million of them? No. There is a lot of them people, like the average person, who is financially unstable. In 2021, it's not hard to not be. And so, how did they react to that content? And I think that's why they're so, you know, adamant to support Shane through cancellations, or, you know, buy his makeup, or buy his slime, or buy his shirts, or whatever. Because they honestly feel like he's one of them. Shane Dawson fans feel like he's their best friend. You know why? Because he's just like me. You know, he had a broken family, he doesn't have money, he didn't have money, he doesn't have money. You know, he doesn't live in a good house, he needs my money, like, I'm helping a friend out. How weird is that? So, I just wanted to come on here and talk about that, and I want to know what people's opinion is on it. Again, some people are responding and being like, oh my god, no, I find those videos so funny. And again, great, I'm so happy you did. You got a laugh out of it. But just looking back, I wanted to have that conversation. I was texting people about it, and I was like, you know what, I do want to film a video talking about this. And you may think it was funny, you may think it's nothing, but I just think whenever they're making an entire video that's like, Jeffree has to live like Shane for a day, and he has to literally live the life of like a per person, it's just a bit weird. Because you know they turn off them cameras and they're talking about money. And it's not them being like, oh, show me the $10 bill. It's like thousands upon thousands. Millions, like we saw in the series. Let's stop with this, right? We can talk about it below. And let me know if you liked my outfit. What do we think? I'm also wearing butterfly socks. I feel cute. I love you. Thank you for watching my video, bestie. I hope you're having a great day, great night. I enjoyed just standing up and talking with you at this midnight hour. I fuck with you. Bye-bye.